guys, it's Mr. Dowd here. Welcome to Remote STEM class. So, as the last couple of days we've been doing is the Starry Night House, right? So I'm going to continue on with mine. So let's tinker this. That should be my catchphrase for this year. Tinker this. What do you think? It's good. Tinker this. What do you think, Mrs. Fairburn? Is it good? Alright, now that's all loaded up. Let's go add some crenellations to my fence, or what I call wall. So a crenellation, for those who do not know what those are, is like these little towers here that are right there. So if I go ahead and let's add a box. Let's make it the same color. Alright, I can go in, bring that in the corner, and let's raise that up. Is that higher? Should I have them higher? Yeah, let's have them a little bit lower than the ones of the house, okay? So let's copy that. We'll paste it. Or Control-C, Control-V to paste, right? If anyone's having trouble with that, please let me know, because that's a really make your life a lot easier if you know that stuff. Alright, so that don't look too right. Let's move that over a tiny bit. Alrighty, let's paste another one, bring it over to that corner. Remember to turn, what I'm doing to turn here, instead of clicking here, clicking and holding with the left trigger, I'm holding down the right trigger to turn around to get the different angles. And if I click and hold the roller button, I pan on that angle. So just little things that make your life a little bit easier on here. Do that, and let's do one more for the other corner. Ooh, zoomed in too much. Alright, let's move that over a tiny bit. Alrighty, so how's that looking? Those look good? Remember, everything I do here, it automatically saves to it. So, just as an FYI. So let's go ahead and do the cone next. Oh, the cone shouldn't be purple, it should be gray. Alright. So, let's go ahead and lift that up. See, how tall is this? So if I click on it, and I click on that, you see it's 94. So 94 is the height, so units. In this case, it's millimeters. So when I click on this button, you see how this button right here. So if I just go and type in 94, it'll make it that height automatically, making my life easier. Well, let's bring that over. Oh, I clicked on the wrong thing. Remember, Control-Z to back up, or this back button. Let's bring that over, and let's make that tall. Well, I don't want it as tall as that, right? Let's make that a little bit thinner. Alright, how's that look? Oh, that's way off. That's why you check from multiple angles, right guys? Okay, I like that, so I can press Control-C. And now if I go, ooh, bring that over to the next one. And we're going to raise it up by, what number was it? 94. 94 millimeters. Let's bring that over. Let's paste it again. Paste this one instead. One thing I don't like about Tinkercad is when I paste something, or when I copy and paste it, it doesn't stay at the height I want, which is very, very annoying. Like if I copied it, it should go to height number 94, right? Not on the ground level. Nope, doesn't want to do that for us. Doesn't like us that much, I guess. Alright, now we got one more to do. Up again. That's the one I want. And let's raise that over to 94. And bring that over. Perfect. How's that look? Oh, it's not slightly on there. Perfect. Alrighty guys, that's all for today. So we're going to keep adding on to this for next class.
Here we are looking at Frida Kahlo again, one of her many portrait paintings. So we're going to start with a focus on drawing portraits. You need to have a paper, a pencil, and a ruler. So we're going to focus on drawing eyes, the nose, and the mouth. I'm not going to make the shape of the head yet, because I think we really need to focus on the different parts of the face before we draw the face as a whole. So if you've had me in art before, you may remember how I teach how to draw an eye. And I talk about 3 pieces of sports equipment. Start out with a football shape, and then make a basketball shape, and then you can make a tennis ball shape in the center. That's a good way to make an eye. You can add an eyelid later. If you want to add an eyelid, something like this. If you don't add an eyelid, the eye is going to look very surprised and scared. If you're trying to create the look of someone being frightened, it's okay to not put an eyelid. But I think it's a little bit nicer to have an eyelid there, and it kind of calms the eye. It doesn't look like a frightened eye. So this is how I make an eye. You can also continue on and make it look like a realistic eye, because your eye has a little shine to it, because you have your tears keep your eye hydrated. And you want to make the eye look realistic, so you want the eye to look like it's a wet eye. So you can add a tiny little circle to that pupil in the center and keep it white. And color in that pupil so it's dark. So you can see that eye. Ooh, it's an eye watching you. Okay, so there's the eye. And you can go in later and add eyelashes on the top and the bottom. You can do that later. And of course, eyebrow. We're just going to focus on this eye. Some people like to do this too. If you look closely, sometimes you can see this in someone's eye, but sometimes you don't. Just a little detail that kind of creates the look of the iris part of the eye, the colored part. Okay? Next, we're going to focus on the nose. So I like to start my nose by just making a little bit of a bump like this. So that's going to be right in the center front view of the nose, almost like the letter U, kind of like a flattened letter U. And then you're just going to make a small shape like this, like an upside down U, or a letter C turned sideways. So those are going to be the nostrils. So I started out with that center part, and then I made these 2 little upside down, kind of like the letter C, upside down or sideways. And those are the nostrils. That's how I start. And then I'm going to go right over here on the side here and just make another, almost like the letter C. I like to refer to letters to help out with this, drawing these noses. And a backwards letter C. So if you know how to make the letter C and the letter U, you can make a nose. It's just a matter of placing it in the right spot. So that's the bottom of the nose. And then we're going to make the bridge of the nose, the top part of the nose, with just adding a line. Like this, and like that. Before I move on, I want to show you some noses that I have seen in the past. And it's helpful to remember how to draw noses like this, so that you no longer have to make a nose like this. And that's okay on a pumpkin, but when we're drawing a realistic face or portrait, you want to make sure that you're drawing your nose like this and not like a triangle. Okay? And I've seen people do noses like this as well. And that's okay for maybe a cartoon character, but we're working on our realistic drawings of facial features right now so that we can really rock our portraits. Okay? The last feature I'm going to focus on today is going to be the mouth. So usually what I tell people to do is think of letters again, just like we did up here, the letter C, letter U. For the mouth, I want you to think of the letter M for the top lip. It's going to be kind of a squished, flattened letter M for the top lip. Bottom lip, we're going to go for that U again. And that's just one way to make a mouth. So we have a squished, almost like a flattened letter U at the bottom, and then we have that kind of flattened letter M at the top. You can just kind of make a little separation here of the mouth. And a little trick that I think makes the mouth look even more realistic, extend this line out a little bit and kind of go like this. Just a little, looks like a little smile there. Something like that I think is good. And you can change the size. Maybe you want the lips to be a little bit flatter. You can do something like this. Again, like a squished letter M. It's really getting up to be a flattened letter M. And maybe you just make a line straight across. And then a really squished letter U. It's almost a flat line, but it still has a little bit of a curve to it. So those are some ways that I like to show people how to draw facial features. So it's important to get these elements down and do them well before we move on to drawing the entire portrait. Okay? So next time, we're going to focus again on drawing these features, but we're going to put them all together in the right spots on a face shape. Okay? So we're going to be thinking a lot about Frida Kahlo. We'll be talking about her artwork again next time, and we're going to start working on our own project to make a portrait. I'll see you then. Good luck.
Hi Gators, Mrs. Fairburn here, and I'm going to show you how to make homemade granola bars. Okay, so first you need oatmeal. You need the kind that's old-fashioned, not the instant. So you want 4 3/4 cups. It's a lot of oatmeal. So these are a little better for you because they don't have as much sugar in them as the ones in the store. They have a little bit, but they don't have, the ones in the store, they like to tell you that they're healthy, but if you read the label, the sugar content's really high. What? 4. Good enough. 4 3/4 cups, that's about right. Okay, and then you want 1 cup of sugar. Of sugar. Now this requires sliced almonds, which I do not have in the house. I thought I bought them, but apparently I don't have them. So either that or somebody ate them. So I'm just gonna not put them in the recipe. So 1 cup of sugar, 3/4 cups of soft butter or margarine, so this is a 1/4 cup. I need 3 of these. So after, these go in the oven for about 20 minutes at 375. And then afterwards, when we take them out, we let them cool and then we cut them into squares. But whenever I go, I actually got this recipe from my mom. Whenever I go visit her, she always makes them for me. Because they're good, like little snack that's healthier than processed food. Processed food is the stuff you buy in the grocery store in boxes, like the granola bars in boxes or any type of snack like that. That's been on the shelf for a long time. These 2. There's also peanut butter in this, so if you have any allergies to peanut butter, it would not be for you. You could also just eliminate the peanut butter if that's a problem in your household and somebody's allergic to nuts. That's the good thing about cooking, is you can kind of experiment. So let's say you don't like some of the ingredients, you can just see what happens if you leave them out. I mean, obviously you don't want to leave out an ingredient that you need to sustain it, like flour or sugar. or flour especially, but baking powder. But, you know, if you don't like nuts or raisins, leave them out. Okay, so that's 3/4 cups of margarine, 1/3 cup of peanut butter. Just a tiny bit of peanut butter. Okay. Okay, peanut butter. And 1/3 cup of honey. So honey sometimes is a substitute for sugar. It's a healthier substitute. Right here, honey. Let's see, 1/3 cup. Where's my 1/3 in here? Oh, that's a little high. I think I'm just gonna put I'm gonna go with 1/3 cup of honey. Here we go. I don't know if you get honey. Some people use it in their tea. Well, this honey is not coming out. Sometimes if you don't feel good, you can use it in hot tea if you have a sore throat. Makes you feel good. So honey is, like I said, the equivalent of sugar. I'm going to open this because honey is very sticky. Sometimes it's hard to get it out. So I'll see what the consistency looks like here. So right now I have all these ingredients in here. I don't have any type of water or anything else that you add. So I'm going to start to mix it. So when you put it on a cookie sheet or a baking sheet, you just lay it out flat. Okay. Put more honey in. Honey helps to bind it to stick together. So you want to get rid of all the dry product. Okay, so now it's all mixed up. I'm going to take it and smush it in my hands. Put it in the bottom of this pan, see? Smells good. If you like oatmeal, you'll like these. I made sure I sprayed the pan. So when it comes out, it's going to come out easily, not stick to the bottom. Okay, so everything is all nice and flat in this pan. See? So now I'm gonna put it in the oven for 20 minutes at 375. Okay. I will pull it out when it's done and I will let you see what it looks like and we will go from there. Okay, so this is after they've cooked for about 20 minutes. Notice how they're brown? They're still soft to touch. So they need to cool before we can cut them. All right, so the granola bars are ready to cut. They've cooled off. So see, they're chewy granola bars, they're not hard, so I cut them. See, they're like that. Right, you're gonna break them apart just like you would a granola bar at home or in the store. But they're better for you. You can get one that's not so. They probably should sit longer because I'm only at the door to work, but that's basically what they would look like. See? Yum. Good times. I'm gonna let them sit a little longer and try to cut them some more later.
Hi everybody, welcome back to Language and Play. So yesterday, you guys all wrote your monologues for your opening scene for your Starry Night scene. What I'm gonna have you do today is you're gonna take that monologue and just like we did our face wash game, you guys are now going to go to Flipgrid and rehearse your monologue. Think about what emotion you want to put into it, and you can literally come out with your different emotions after you wash your face. Okay? If your monologue is supposed to be sad, I want to hear you talking sad. If your monologue's happy, I want to hear that joy in your voice. If it's angry, I want to hear you being angry. Okay? I want to hear that in your voice and I want to see that on your face. All right, can't wait to see them. Go get them, guys.
Hey, and welcome back to another day of virtual PE. I'm Miss Reedy.
I'm Mr. Yamin.
All right, after yesterday's workout, I know you guys have to be a little bit sore. I saw a lot of you guys using those gallon jugs. Nice job, keep it up. So today is a stretching day, and we're gonna hit all our muscles and make sure we really stretch out the soreness.
Yep, let's get loose, guys. Get ready to go.
All right, we're gonna start with the get out of the bed stretch is what I call it, because as you know, it's my favorite one. Just reach back, doing it for 30 seconds. Reach for the ceiling.
Okay, let's go with our anterior deltoids, which are the front of your shoulders. So take your right hand, put it on your right shoulder, left hand on your right elbow, and just squeeze back. Hold for 15 seconds. Release. Now let's go left hand, left shoulder, right hand on the left elbow. Ease back nice and easy. Once you feel that stretch, you hold 15 seconds. And release.
Staring at the screen, my neck has been a little tight, so I'm going to do a combo side to side, front to back, stretch.
Let's continue with those deltoids. So let's get your right arm across your body. Left arm over, just pull, slight pull. Once you feel that stretch, hold for 15. Release. Now let's go left. Left arm across. stretch, hold. And release.
Alright, I'm gonna head down to the quadriceps and stretch. If you need to, hold your ear, touch your chin, touch your nose, hold your belly button, or hold. And do this like for 15. And switch.
Okay, let's get that all-important groin muscle, interior groin, inside part of your leg. So let's keep your right foot flat, bend to the left, get your feet spread apart so you can feel that stretch. Good. Well, the left foot flat, let's bend to the right. Get your feet spread out. If you can't feel it, you gotta get your feet spread out more. And release.
Right, I'm gonna do a hamstring stretch. So I'm gonna show you the side view. Well, we've done this a few times now. You're gonna reach down and touch your toes. I'm gonna hold this one for 30 seconds. And like always, if you can't touch your toes or the floor, touch your shoelaces or your ankles. But you wanna grab and hold and keep your knees locked.
Okay, one of my favorites. So let's get the top of the groin stretch here. Left foot forward, right foot behind you. Both feet are flat. You're gonna bend that left knee and reach up. Get those feet spread apart. Feel that stretch. Switch. Right foot forward, left foot back. Feet flat. Bend your knee and reach up. And release.
Alright, I'm gonna do like a chest stretch. So I'm gonna go sideways and I'm gonna take my hands, I'm just gonna pull them back and I'm gonna arch and bulge my chest out. I'm gonna hold it for about 10 and then we're gonna relax for a second and then we'll hold it again. And relax. And do it again.
Okay, next for your Achilles tendon, right back here behind your ankles. Okay, feet together, knees in close. Just gonna bend. Okay, keep your head up, upper body up. You should feel it right in the back of your legs and hold for 30 seconds.
For my last one, I'm gonna kind of do my interior groin area, and again, it's push with the elbows out, and you're gonna sit in this spot.
to end off with some knee hugs. Knee hugs we usually do when we do dynamic stretching, which is moving, but we'll do it standing still. So we're just going to hug each knee 10 times. Stop.
Thanks for joining us for another episode of Enrichment TV, Gators. Remember, work hard, be nice, and we'll see you tomorrow.